Let's go. Just all the things. All the things. We're going live on TikTok as well. What is up, YouTube side? How are you doing? Hey, Kimberly, welcome to the Gosh Second Thunder crew. Glad to have you here. How's it going? How's everybody? Anyone got their AITA stories of their own? Nicole says, I'm sure we all do. Everybody got them AITA stories up in the hizzy, let me change that goal on the TikTok side. Got to change that. Move that a bit too. Let's say, we're not doing the confetti and cake story. We're doing just for fun. Just for fun. And gift a shout out. Boop and boop. Pin it. How the heck is everybody doing? Everybody survived all the severe weather of the past week. It was a bunch of garbage. We were fortunate, and we had a shit ton of rain, like near flooding, but we avoided all like the, cantaloupe-sized hail. It wasn't cantaloupe. I saw some like softball-sized though. It was wild. We're talking about making your bed. Do you make your bed every morning? A lot of nope. Who says yes? Who's it? You do indeed, Nikki. Why am I not surprised about that? Get up early, unless you get up early and or don't get up early and you're running late. Or have to get up early and you're running late. Heard. But mostly, yes. Nope. Nikki, you might be the only one. You sleep like a baby in thunderstorms? I wish I could. It's just Candy says, yes, it just makes me feel better. It's supposed to do that. Candy Thunder started doing ours a little while back, and it makes her feel better. I historically just cover up my side of the bed with like the top comforter. That's the dog comforter, and that's more so to protect the space that I sleep on from the dog funk. It is not so much about making it, neat and tidy. It's just about not wanting to sleep on dog funk. And since Sunny joined our family, I gave up. I just gave up because she is ultimately intrusive. She will crawl underneath that blanket and, lay on everything. She'll lay on my pillow. A lot of nope. Only if you won't be sleeping in it for a while. Oh, there you go. A lot of people don't. I feel like this may be a generational thing. Maybe we need to do some kind of full-blown survey research on this. Like, is it something where a larger percentage of people did 10 years ago and now not so much? Or is it something where once you become an adult and you get out of the house and your mom's not telling you to do it every day, you just say, fuck it. We don't make our kids make their beds in the morning, though. Say hello to Tater. Ladies and gents, here she be, the one and only
hello.
Tater Rooney.
I know my mom's bed, like there will not be, like I would never see it not made. Unless she had just gotten out of it on like Christmas morning. They make their bed.
But your dad's a military man.
Religious.
Do you feel like that is more so driven by your dad's military background or by your mom?
My mom. But also my dad. He can fold a sheet like no other. He makes the bed to my mom's standards without any
no issues at all.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they complement each other on their bed making skills.
That's what works.
I don't know.
That's what. Hey, Heather, Grandma Shark, Melissa Elliott, Callie Knight, Victoria Sampaio. Thank you guys so much. Live with Lala, Crystal Museum Girl. Thank you.
I love how the room feels when the bed is made.
Yeah.
It just makes it feel, I don't know, like
put
just
together.
Good.
It feels good. Yeah.
But yeah, I need to get back on it.
Life
the
is...
dead grass, like we have a comforter on top of a quilt.
Yeah.
And the comforter is literally for the dogs so they can lay on the bed. We don't really use it, but the dead grass that's is driving me like batty on the floor and then on their comforter part of the bed. It's driving me crazy.
I today got the backyard mowed and we have her dad had one of those lawn sweeper things. You pull it behind the mower and it's got like a rotating brush and it picks up the the clippings, right? So I run that in the backyard so that when the dogs are running around, especially with wet grass, they don't get all the clippings all over them and track it back in. Doesn't get all of it. And it works a lot better when all the grass is fully grown in, and it's not yet. There's just a lot of, dead spots. So I did what I could. There's still a lot of grass clippings around. And the dogs, no doubt, go find the grass clippings. And Sonny had a beard of grass clippings today after I ran that sweeper. And I was like, man, what are you doing, dog? What are you doing?
Anything that's on the floor, she's like, fair game.
We did not have to shit in the bucket.
I saw
Rexy.
Rexy's comment.
We did
you
not
guys have to shit in a bucket?
We did not have to get in the storm shelter. I was on high alert and had, when the severe had hit us. That's cool, Jelly, the cactus shuffle. Nice, thank you. What's up, Beer Today? Welcome in. I was on high alert and had the storm shelter ready to go. We did not end up having to go into it.
To Navy's disappointment.
Yeah. Navy, I don't know if we've talked about this, but Navy, we have talked about how she gets excited at the prospect of going into the storm shelter, but she phrases it as if she's excited at the prospect of a tornado. And we're always trying to reframe that and be like, you're not excited about a tornado. You're excited about going into the storm shelter.
I think we talked about it because there was a couple weeks ago where she took her breakfast in the storm shelter.
Yeah.
She wanted to sit out there and have she put a beanbag chair in it.
Now, we talked about that, but I don't know if we talked about is how uncomfortable it makes Ava. Because
the talk about
Yes, yeah. Ava.
I'll have my breakfast in the storm shelter.
It makes her very anxious and
send the tea out.
And Navy's like, Ava, there might be a tornado tonight. And Ava's like, dude, come on.
I think when you were a kid, though, obviously, what she went through, she has no idea because she was 3.
No idea.
But I think as a kid, it was it was just exciting. Anything was excitement.
It's something different and random.
It was just
and you don't have the fear aspect of it because you don't understand. You don't have the responsibility of your own mortality at that point. Right?
Yeah. We had, when I lived in Hawaii, there was a hurricane that came through and I was genuinely excited for the change of pace. I don't know. We didn't go to school. We went to my dad's military base thing and stayed there for a while. And we had to tape up the windows and
that's terrifying.
Do all this stuff. But it was
it wasn't terrifying to you in the moment.
No, it was a genuine excitement.
Wow.
And I still I have what I think are snippets of memories from that. But no, I never felt scared,
Beer Today. Yeah. No. John is Lee out there. Yeah. Papa, do you like my beard? Sonny's grass beard. Yeah. She still very much has her Italian accent. It's great. April Fairbanks member for 32 months. 32 months is petty shenanigans. Makes my heart happy. Thank you for keeping me entertained and educated on the petty. XOXO. Right back at you. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of the Gosh Hackett fam. So glad to see everybody here tonight. I hope you've been having a good week. We're starting off a fresh week here.
What are we congratulating Aaron for?
Aaron, was this your...
I can't find the comment.
Sending you all the positive vibes through your pregnancy.
Oh, that's so awesome. Congratulations.
Heck yeah, that's amazing. Congratulations. Hey, Raina, welcome to the Gosh Hackett Thunder crew. It's going by so fast. I hope you're still saying that in a few months. Yeah. I imagine it moves in different waves, right? Do they still tornado drill in school? I think so. Yeah. And of course, here in Joplin, Missouri, after the big one came through, all of these schools have massive storm shelters. The gymnasiums for most of the schools are storm shelters. They're just massive ones.
I'm not sure I understand that, honestly, but
how that works.
How they're so big.
Well, I think it's structurally they're reinforced with.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They're just much stronger, built to withstand the EF5 that, came through, which is
little girl.
Bonkers.
That's so exciting.
Heck yeah. You're going to have a little princess. A little princess. Okay, so.
Yes, the pillow's downstairs, under the stairs.
The pillow's downstairs?
Yeah.
So we don't have a basement, and if we did, maybe it would be different.
We had a room with no windows, so built into.
Yeah, and you had
partial,
a basement,
walkout basement.
Your walkout basement. That'd be the way to go, right?
Yeah.
To have that set up.
Into the room with no windows. Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Not my dad. He was obviously on the front porch, staring it down, but be like, Dad, come inside.
Dad, Dad, Carabites, you got a title to gift her for the first time? Hell yeah. Hey, Anna Hartzman, Christine for JP, Jersey Blind Girl, Panda, Carabites, there it is, the 28 Roses, thank you. Sweet Tato, Aunt Sue, Amy Castro, Lavina, get jazzy on it, Scorpion Sting, Victoria,
True Midwesterner.
Gigi, Just Jess, Brittany, Mia Shelton, Jelly 5, Carabites, thank you guys so much. Sherry Sosa, Jane Liz, thank you. Let's get rocking and rolling, shall we? Let's do this. You ready to rock? All right.
I'm ready for it.
Coming up, we have stories about in-laws who need to chill out, hidden cameras set up to catch mom lying, giving your kid junk food, not wanting to return a lost dog, salty coworkers, journal reading consequences, sleepover fails, and petty butt revenge. This week, our next public stream is Wednesday, April 22nd, normal day and time at 3 p.m. Central. We also do have a YouTube member exclusive this Thursday, the 23rd at 9 p.m. Central. You members of the Gosh Heck at Thunder Crew over there, that is scheduled already, so you should get a reminder about that. We also do have a brand new episode of Thunder and Spark ready to come out this week. Plus, we have a very special teaser dropping on Wednesday. Of course, today don't start none, won't be none. No political bullshit, no religious bullshit. We're not getting into debates about anything. We want you to share your opinion, just to do it in a very respectful DFHB way. If this is your first time here, that means decent effing human being. And most of all, don't spoil stories. Zero tolerance. Mods will drop the hammer. Get at your gosh heckin' probes. Boop it up. Journal reading, Red Nova Studios says, I'm pissed off already and I don't even have context. Yeah. April Fairbanks sent out a gift of membership on the YouTube side. Hey, Small Town USA, welcome to the Gosh Heck at Thunder Crew. Courtesy of April Fairbanks. Hells yes. H2H. Member for 14 months says, all sick here, but laying here watching because I can't miss Dusty. Thank you so much. No sick days as a member of the Gosh Heck at Thunder Crew over there, right? Seems like we're starting to drop like flies a little bit too. Navy Thunder was starting to come down with the allergy bug BS. Joshua, thanks so much for the lightning bolts. Bree, Roberta, thank you. Sherry Sosa dropping the Tiny Diny's Minions Din. Crea, thank you guys, thank you. All right, we ready to get rocking and rolling? Let's do this. It's me, Sonio. Hey there, Dusty Thunder once again with another story for you. This is Am I the Astronaut for refusing to visit my in-laws because of house temperature? Would you like to do a poll for this one, Tate Rooney? I'll let you choose what we're doing. Am I the astronaut for refusing to visit in-laws because of house temp? We can allow our imaginations to run wild here. I mean, if there's somewhere that is physically uncomfortable, I'm going to not be excited about going. It's like I'm going to go somewhere and my taint is going to sweat.
A little early.
I don't want to go there. If I'm going to go somewhere and freeze my balls off, I'm probably okay with that. You know what I mean? I like the cold. I don't want to be sweating. Like, that's just uncomfortable. You would prefer it be warm, though, wouldn't you, Tater?
It's like you don't even know me.
10 seconds left.
No, I would not prefer it to be
No. But you get cold easy.
Yeah, I want to layer up.
You want to be able to layer up. You'd rather it be cold than hot in a place.
I will go to sleep freezing cold and wake up 2 hours later sweating.
Don't say I don't even know you.
Yeah. It's like you don't even know me.
Whatever.
No, I wouldn't.
You're too cold all the time. I'm constantly turning the thermostat up here for you now at home.
Oh, here is a completely different story.
At home, I have
a robe at home.
I've gradually gotten her accustomed to freezing temperatures at home.
Here, like a 72 in the office is a very cold 72.
It really is. It's different. It is different. Okay, we have poll results. Go for it.
Yeah, I do not want to be hot. That would make me uncomfortable.
I do not want to sweat.
Exactly. 59% went NTA and 28% went ESH.
All right. This is going to be interesting. Let's see. A little early, Darkest Mercy? Nah.
I need a work robe. It's
a work genius. Caden has everybody has a work blanket here.
I have a blanket, yeah.
Again, I'll come in and find Caden wrapped up in his blanket. Yeah, okay. Am I the astronaut for refusing to visit in-laws because of house temp? My 36 female husband's 37 male family lives out of state. We are in the D.C. area, and they live in southern Mississippi. Every summer, we spend 2 weeks visiting. My in-laws are great, except for one thing. They keep their house in the summer at 80 degrees. I feel like this is applicable. Let's get the heat lamps on. It's unbearable. I do not sleep. It makes me nauseous. If I try to ask for more AC, they oblige for 10 minutes and then complain about being too cold. My husband's also miserable, but he deals with it. Tonight, I told him he's more than welcome to visit this summer, but I will not be joining him. It is not relaxing for me. I do not want to use my vacation time to be miserable for 2 weeks. He got upset and said spending time with his family and his wife together is important to him. He said I was being selfish. I am being selfish, but I don't think it's a bad thing here. I explained that I understand that, but unless we can stay in other accommodations like a hotel, or if his parents agree to make the interior cooler for the visit, I'll stay behind. Of course, he wants to stay with his family, but he won't say anything to them about temperature. This upset me. I told him part of being married is watching out for the well-being of your partner, and of course, it escalated. So have at it. Am I the astronaut for not visiting my in-laws until something changes? Seems like such a trivial issue, but it can be unbearable getting minimal sleep, sweating all the time with no relief for 14 days straight. Editing to add, it would be difficult for them to travel to visit us, especially for 2 weeks. They do visit us, and we see them multiple times a year. Husband's relationship with my family is great. My family lives closer, so it's easy to spend a weekend with them here and there. Some opposing comments for us to consider. NTA. Sucking up all your vacation time to spend with your in-laws in Mississippi is absurd. Being hot, sick, and uncomfortable for 2 weeks is also ridiculous. YTA. This is the other comment. YTA, it's their home. Why should they be uncomfortable in their own home to suit you? If you need something to be different to be comfortable, then make it happen. Stop acting all precious and entitled. Take a fan or portable AC with you. I don't know that commenter understands what a portable AC is, because it's not a small thing. You'd have to like rent one and have it there. And also, that portable AC is going to do what?
Eat up the electricity.
Yeah, it's going to use also, just as much, if not more.
You know what? I am precious and entitled, and I want the fucking air conditioner, and I would go, but I would be in a hotel. And also, this is her vacation, like, yeah. And I get that 100%. Like, you're taking time off of work. That's like, you know, if they're here, well, they are here in the United States. You get very few, and she shouldn't have to spend it in something that makes her completely uncomfortable, because then why take the vacation? It's not really a vacation. You're just going to be uncomfortable in a different area.
That's like being on an indoor version of Survivor for 2 weeks. It's like you're on a desert fucking island.
If not wanting to stay somewhere and sweat while you sleep makes you precious and entitled, then so be it.
Then most of us are precious and entitled.
Because I don't want to sweat while I sleep. It makes me so uncomfortable. It makes the sleep you get so uncomfortable. And I think, like, the game changer for me in this story is the fact that it is her vacation time from work, and she's spending it being uncomfortable.
You know what would change? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's like voicing that opinion. Like, it should be a conversation where they come to a compromise where, like, something, I don't know what that looks like, but it involves a hotel of that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
A fan is not going to cut this, especially in, like, sticky, wet, humidity type weather.
It would involve a hotel or an RV of some kind.
Yeah, like, there you go.
Rent a fucking fifth wheel and park it in the yard. Have your own AC running there. You're on premises, fine. Plus, you can get some bougie ass fifth wheels. Hey, Red Nova Studios member for 15 months said, "Oh hell no! Emphasis on hell. I cannot function with the temp when the temp is above 75 degrees. Otherwise, I will crumple like a fortune cookie under an 18-wheeler."
I know. I spoil, entitled, like, keep slinging the names at me because I don't care. Like, it's 2026 and I want my air conditioner.
Who here, unofficial poll, just throw a comment in, lurkers included, I know you're there, I'm asking you to do something, I know it's weird. Could you sleep in a house that was 80 degrees? Never mind being there for 2 weeks and being like there all day, every day. Could you sleep one night in a house that was 80 degrees? Hells no.
The whole chat just went, nope.
Nope.
I wouldn't have cut it back in the day before electricity.
You know, if I had
I just wouldn't be there.
a tower fan that was blowing right on us, maybe, but I'd be naked on top of everything. Like, maybe, you know what I mean? And that would just be like constant evaporation happening. But that's a maybe. I'm concerned about how they're comfortable in 80 degrees, especially given their likely age. I'm like, how are you aliens?
No, I think it's like the older you get, like maybe like
I thought
circulation gets worse, and then you get
You're
more cold.
You're cold.
You're
Okay.
more cold, so you get more comfortable.
Okay.
And they're around that heat, like it's in Mississippi, right? So they're around that heat all the time. So maybe they're just more used to that.
Oh
heat.
man, it's the humid shit too.
Super humid. So,
So-
they're probably just more accustomed to it than they are. And
So in
I
the
don't know
house,
about
it's
DC.
probably all crazy humid as well. Yeah, no thanks.
I think if you're used to it, it's not a big deal because your body's acclimated. But I don't want to go through AC withdrawal. So
That would be a thing.
I don't-
Yeah, it'd be a really bitchy
I am
2
what I
weeks
am.
for both of us. We would just be miserable. Be walking around with one of those handkerchiefs soaked in sweat all the time. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean,
And
if
it's
there
like,
was-
yeah, what do they do before AC? Okay, I get it, but now they
No,
have
I
it,
don't.
and
Like I
our
said, I
bodies are
wouldn't be surviving.
acclimated to all of this. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. The one thing I kept thinking while reading this was, do they have kids?
They're older. Oh, they didn't specify. Oh, the OP, they didn't specify.
They I'm assuming they don't, because if there were children involved, I'd be like, that's not safe for them.
Yeah.
It would be a different conversation, and I'd be like, hell no. I am not allowing my children to be stuck in a 2-week fucking summer camp with no air movement and no summer camp activities. You know what I mean? Like, if we want to do that, we'll let them go to summer camp and actually hang out with their friends.
Yeah, I think, and maybe the YTA comment is right. It's their home. Why should they be uncomfortable in their own home? And you can say, not the YTA part of it, but that part could be true, which is why you should get a hotel. I mean, and you could go over there first thing in the morning, or the RV thing. That's a great idea too. Park it right there in the front.
Why? So what's his, we don't really hear what his opposition is to a hotel, because that is the compromise. He wants to stay with his family, but he won't say anything about the temperature, blah, blah, blah. OP offered a compromise. He budged. The one asshole here is hubby. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think
they shouldn't have to change their shit. They're used to it. I get it. And they try to accommodate, but then they start freezing. The one asshole here who wouldn't accept any kind of compromise at all is hubby. Where do you feel like do you agree with that, first of all?
Yes. I don't.
Do you
I'm
guys
at
agree with
NTA because I wouldn't.
You're NCA for OP.
I'm at NTA for OP because there's solutions to this problem.
Yes.
And I think they're probably pretty easy solutions to this problem.
That there's an RV, John. Yeah. Okay, NTA for OP. We do need to talk about hubby, because I do firmly believe he is the one asshole here, because there is a solution that he's just not having because he doesn't want to offend his family by not staying there like they always do. Him immediately dismissing any kind of compromise puts him at ASCON 2 for me.
I would agree with that.
He's a big old number 2. Big old hot, sweaty number 2. He's a big deuce and a porta potty on a hot day.
Ew.
Those are the worst.
I don't want to know about that. Someone said they don't have air. They don't have AC. It's not really a thing here.
What's your climate like, though?
Yeah, I was wondering what temperatures, like, does it not get to extremes, like one way or the other? Does it? Very interested in
Well,
it.
even if it does, if your body's acclimated, yeah, but if somebody's visiting who isn't acclimated to that climate, it would be.
Yeah. And I know there's people that said 80 degrees isn't that bad, and I think you can just get rid of the temperature altogether. If you're hot and uncomfortable and sick to your stomach because you're too hot in your environment, then I think that's all that should matter. Like, you're uncomfortable and you're spending your time off of work in an uncomfortable state.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone would want to make that sacrifice year after year after year with no compromise. That's where I'm at in this story.
It's not worth looking forward to, and to cash in your vacation time to do that is worth something. There's a high value on that, right? So no. Cunning Cade member for 16 months on the YouTube side says they can always put on more clothes. I can't take off my skin when I'm naked at 80 degrees.
Ford Perfect, same. I can handle a hot day without humidity, but when it gets humid, it's miserable.
Yeah.
Like Florida heat it was awful.
Oh, it was rough. It's like walking in a sauna, literally, and trying to breathe. And yes, you get used to it. But I mean, look how long it took Tom Brady to acclimate, right? Anna Bracker, member for 32 months. Holy cow, don't feel a day over 31 months.
The walls sweat and snow.
Flies by, don't it? Flies by.
I prefer a 70-degree house.
Yeah.
But that's our units are.
Or what?
Nothing.
Old.
I don't know.
And about to give out.
One of them has been completely replaced at this point.
Yeah. Just not the outer shell.
We should replace the flux capacitor.
It don't look great, but everything inside's new.
The compressor, all of it.
Yeah.
It's all fucking new because we had to replace it part by part.
The other one, there's just a timer on it, right? Like, are you going to make it through?
It says it's not as taxed.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I am trying to be more mindful. Make sure you change out your air filters and your returns, often, every 3 months, right? And when you mow the yard, make sure you low pressure use that garden hose and clean off the radiators on the units outside. Save yourself a.
I said we had to replace our flux capacitor, and John Esley, author, said get that baby to 88 and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's perfect. We just watched that movie.
You get your thermostat to 88 and you time skipping. That might happen.
Yeah.
It might happen.
I'd probably dissolve.
All right, we'll bounce over to our next story here. Hey, Donnie, thanks so much for the Tiny Diney and the Rose. Beth B, dropping the donuts. Damn, donuts sound good. I haven't had a donut in a hot minute.
Fresh donut.
Yeah, fresh, hot donut. We just talked about all this heat, so I'm like kind of averse to like hot food, the thought of hot food right now. But, a hot Krispy Kreme or something. A fresh one. The Daylight Donuts. Yeah. Hey, Robertson, JC, Caitlin Pelletier, Art, thank you so much. Lavina, Spiritual Witch Garden, Haunted Gal, Cassie, Rhonda, Karen Stansberry, Chewbacca, Tina, Angie. Thanks so much. Tina dropping a bunch more. Bailey Chapman with the 75 Go Populars. Angie, Karen Stansberry, Bailey Chapman with another 75 Tiny Diners. Tiffany, Karen, Roaming Gnome. A. Robertson, Cassandra's Kitchen Cake. Tina, Beth B, Karen, Roaming Gnome again there. Thank you so much. Joyce Brown, Donnie, Caitlin Pelletier, Art, JC. Thank you so much. How far off am I, Caitlin? It's not Pelletier, is it? Pelletier. I don't know. Can't wait. Cameron, our videos are the only way you sleep at night? Peltier. Oh, Peltier. Joyce. We'll see if that's, yeah, that makes sense. Pelletier. Okay. Right. I've said it a million times the wrong way, so it's going to be really, really hard for me to fix this. Shay also said that your hair looks so good, Tater.
Oh, thank you. I just cleaned it.
I
just blow dried it. Also, I was right about the way to say her name.
Yeah.
So I would like to put a 1 on my side of the board.
Clip that, Caden. For posterity. Clip it.
I was right. I'm right about a lot of things.
Most things. Before we dive into our next story here, I want to take a moment and let you all know that for those of you who watch the show from, it is out now. And our plan is to watch the first episode tonight when we get home, unless Tater has already watched the first 30 minutes without me. Did you?
No, that was just a threat. I didn't mean it. I said it when I was angry.
What were you angry about?
I was angry about the time and like how much we had to do and like the time. I was angry at myself. It just spilled over.
So you threatened me?
just spilled over.
I could tell you were mad. I just didn't know what about.
I
I'm
was
like,
mad
what?
because I waited to shower. And
Did I do something?
If I had
wrong?
showered earlier, instead of watching Desperate Housewives again, then I would have been ready to go and we could have watched From. And so I was just mad at myself. And then I was like trying to figure out a way to watch it. And
you just sacrificed me in the process. You're like, fuck
Yeah.
you. You're not 100% on it anyway, so I'll just watch it without you, motherfucker.
that's exactly my thought.
I know exactly what you were
I was
thinking.
like, well, if you're not going to get on board, then I'll just leave you
Out here
behind.
catching fucking strays. Good gravy.
I was going to apologize for it later.
It is, so Jersey Blind Girl, it is, it's hard to say what it's about, because like, we still don't know, really. What is it on?
From
It's
is
on
on MGM.
MGM Plus, we watch on YouTube TV, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have YouTube TV.
Yeah, it's about people who get, if you've seen Lost, it's from the creators of Lost, and it's about people who get stuck in a town that they can't leave. Monsters come out at night, so they have to stay within like the homes that are there, and it's like, it looks like a 1950s town. And it's just random people, and they enter from all different places all over the world, country.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's in the United States, but
It's really interesting. It
Yes.
is on Prime as well? Okay. Well, MGM Plus
used
through
to,
Prime?
Yeah, we used to watch it on Prime, but then we switched to YouTube TV because we got rid of the on Prime. But we it's really good, and it's about finding out the story about where the monster I always say monsters.
With the monster.
Where the monsters came from, how they became to be. I don't want to spoil too much because there's so many different tiny stories that are involved in it that it's a puzzle, and if you like puzzle shows, it's so good. It is kind of scary though, so
Yeah.
if you're claustrophobic, there's some trigger warnings for that.
There's some uncomfortable scenes there.
Yeah.
Is it going to piss you off like the end of Lost?
I don't know.
We don't know yet.
But next season is the last season.
New season just came out today.
And if you are a fan of From, the teaser on Wednesday, you'll love it.
Yeah. We got that new teaser coming out on Wednesday is
So the fourth season started today.
is from Coded.
Yes, YouTube TV is different from, so we use it in place of like
Instead of cable or dish or we have
like,
YouTube
or some
TV
people
instead.
like use like Roku or something like that. We use YouTube TV so we can watch our local channels when sports are on.
It's really so we can watch the Chiefs play, and that's pretty much it.
Basically.
Yeah. Also, one more note before we dive into the next story here. It's a question. Has anyone watched the trailer for Passenger? The movie Passenger. While we're reading the next story, just let me know if you saw that trailer yet and what you thought. And if not, don't go watch it right now. Watch it later. But yeah, curious. Professor House. Yeah, and we've looked at it, but it, because it plays on our locals, and there is some other stuff on our locals, we just keep it that way. Okay, let's dive into the next story. Hey there, Dusty Thunder, once again with another story for you. This is Am I the Astronaut for installing a camera in my room to see if my mom is lying to me? Do you want to do a poll on this one, Tater Rooney? It's interesting. We have no context whatsoever, except we know OP's still living at home, with mom at least, and wants to install a camera to see if mom is lying. Am I the astronaut for installing a camera in my room to see if my mom is lying to me? That's an interesting one. Yeah, my gut said NTA, but I don't know. What are you know the story, obviously, so you have to abstain. But in general, if one of our kids was like, I'm going to put a camera in my room.
I would hope they wouldn't have to, but
I would hope they wouldn't have to as well.
I think at a certain age, you need to respect your kids' privacy. Obviously, when they're younger, you're still helping them with their room and managing the majority of their life. But as they grow up into teenagers and adults, I think they need privacy.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know. I think I definitely need to respect boundaries so that, like, at some point the relationship changes and you have to respect that they're an individual, not just your child.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents.
I get it. And yeah, I think there's one side of the coin that says there's no expectation of privacy living in your parents' home. There's the other side of it that is, as a decent human being, like, Yes, your children do deserve privacy when they become adolescents.
Yeah.
When they're becoming adults.
Like the laundry, that part of your room, like cleanliness, is something that parents should address. We should not be like going through their drawers and looking at diaries and stuff like that.
No.
Like I feel like that's a
No.
at a certain age that's too far. That's just my opinion though. Yeah, not unless you suspect something.
If you're doing it for their protection or something, yes. Yes.
But if they're an adult living in your house, I feel like you should respect their boundaries.
Kristen, having raised 2 sons, I'm not just walking into their room.
Yeah, right. There's a knock, always a knock.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and also, after having teenagers, I'm not walking into their room because I don't want to be stressed out about the mess I see.
That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go. Am I the astronaut for installing a camera in my room to see if my mom is lying? I'm sorry, we didn't read poll results. Go for it, Tater Rooney.
85% went NTA and 7% went ESH.
And Roseanne, no, it's a new movie. It's not out yet. It comes out May 22nd, and it's Passenger, singular, not plural. It's a brand new one.
Scared the shit out of me, the trailer.
Yeah, I
screamed.
It is, it's a scary movie. Am I the astronaut for installing a camera in my room to see if my mom is lying to me? I, 19 male, and my mom, 49 female, have had numerous fights the past few weeks, most of which are on the same topic. That being her going into my room and looking around without my knowing. Basically, every time I would leave the house for work or anything else, I would always leave my door fully closed, but would come back to it open. Also, I would be incredibly positive that certain things had been moved around or straight up gone. So naturally, I would ask my mom if she had gone into my room. She would always say no. Now, maybe the first couple of times I could play it off in my forgetting to close the bedroom door, but once it started happening multiple times a week, I knew that wasn't the case. So yesterday, I went out and bought one of those Bluetooth surveillance cameras. At this point, I was positive she was going in my room behind my back and then lying about it. I just said I wanted proof because I knew this would just continue happening otherwise. This morning, before I left for work, I made sure the camera was working, closed my bedroom door completely, then headed out. Around midday, I got a notification on my phone that the camera had detected some motion. So I pulled it up to view the recording. Wow, I really butchered that sentence. So I pulled it up to view the recording. Wouldn't you know it, there's my mom going through my drawers, closet, and desk. She was even grabbing certain things and tossing them out into the hallway. I closed the video feed seething, making sure I saved it first and planned to confront her first thing when I was done with my shift. When I got home, I immediately asked her if she had gone into my room. She said no. I responded by pulling up the video and holding my phone in front of me so she could see it. Instead of apologizing, she exploded. She screamed at me for installing a camera in her house without her permission. I responded by demanding an explanation for her going into my room. She insisted that she had a right to do so as my mother. She began questioning certain things in my room, to which I said that's none of her business. At this point, I was done. I stormed off and went to my room. Within an hour, my phone started blowing up with messages from family, all siding with my mom, telling me I'm insane for putting up a camera. I kid you not, the entire family is on my mom's side except my dad. Unfortunately, my dad can't stop this himself as my parents split up years ago and he isn't allowed in my mom's house. I swear I'm doing nothing wrong here, like it's my only space in the house where I keep my things, relax, and do my own stuff. Or am I just completely out of my mind? Am I the astronaut? Extra information, I've never stolen anything, not from stores or other family members. I've never had a history of drugs or smoking or vaping. The things I saw from the video of her taking from my room have been these: a notebook, pair of sneakers from my collection, a few pairs of my pants, we think, some plastic clothes hangers, my second bedside lamp, an old paycheck from my work. I also don't pay rent. Let's talk about this. There are a couple of small updates, but Nova, dropping the 2, said mom's upset because she got caught. End of story. Yeah, she got exposed. For sure. She got exposed and lashed out, and I think her defense is fucking hilarious. You invaded her privacy.
It's so true. Like, I feel like she's, that reaction was way over the top. And 2, I kind of wish OP had held on to the video footage a little bit longer and been like, we both know that you were in my room. Can you please admit to it? I know that you're taking stuff out of my room without giving her the footage. Without
letting her know how you know.
Well, yeah, because she's got
Now she knows where the camera is,
Well,
and
she's got
gonna
some.
go find it.
Yes, 100%. But I don't trust her like one at all. Like she seems a little bit unhinged with the way that she responds and like what she's doing when he's specifically asking her if she's done it. So I wish that they had played the camera a little closer to the vest.
What do you think she's doing with the shit that? So I thought
don't know.
I thought selling at first too, but look at the random smattering of shit. Yeah, sneakers maybe from the collection maybe, but a couple of hangers like you got to rate your kids. Lamp, a notebook, like no, okay. She's not selling shit now.
But it's
now
also
she's
old
just
paychecks.
Now she's just trying to make him feel like he's going crazy.
That's why I said like she seems a little unhinged, and I don't understand why she would, like he says she takes sneakers from his collection, which means he must have a lot of like shoes or something that he values, and she took a pair of them. Like that's fucking weird. And that's why I'm saying like I wish OP
You showed your hand too soon.
Yeah, and I get it. Like he's young and he's obviously pissed off because he specifically asked her and she lied to his face.
Yeah.
But also she seems like I don't know, like she gives me genuine concern for well-being for OP.
Yeah, Caitlin.
Like it's weird.
Wait, how do you say the last name again? Caitlin.
I forgot.
Pelletier. You were right.
I know I was right, but now I've forgotten.
Caitlin. She's unhinged. Yes, I agree.
I was right.
Look at this. See? I can't do it. It's Caitlin Pelletier. Oh. I'm going to need you to legally change the pronunciation of your name. She's a Mrs. Bates. Okay, so it seems to me the only logical explanation to me right now is that she's trying to destabilize him to lock down some kind of
I was right.
control. Pelletier.
I was right once.
Caitlin Pelletier. Yes. It seems like she's trying to lock down control for whatever reason. Maybe this is her hobby, like doing little things to make other people feel like they're losing their fucking
hobby.
minds. Yeah.
So it was like midday. I got a notification.
Some
She's waited till
ladies
midday.
go play bridge. Some torture their children by making them feel crazy. Nicole, okay, you had this happen, right? Which is wild. Said once I moved out, my mom and I had a much better relationship. She had to lose that bit of control. Yeah. So really, until OP moves out, it's not going to get better. That's what it seems like right now. And yes, of course, she grabbed narrative control and turned the army of family against you. Send
I'm sure
them all the fucking
lied.
clip.
Yeah, she
Send
lied
them
to
the
them.
clip, dude. You
Just
have
like
the
she
video.
lied. Yeah, she lied to them just like she lied to OP, and made it. I just don't. I don't understand. I don't understand. I do not understand why. Plastic clothes hangers.
Yeah. I mean, look, so I have to raid our kids' closets for hangers because they like to take them.
But this
never
is
bring them
happening
down.
multiple times a week.
I know.
Like, what do you? She's just randomly taking shit out of his room
She's
multiple
going
times a
and taking
week.
one sock, so all he has left is are the orphan socks, and she's going and just like she's just the notebook thing, one lamp, like
She's stealing the batteries from the remote.
she's doing that kind of shit.
Okay, let's read the update.
Okay, here we go. Update time. Updates. Ages are 14 and 49, by the way. I saw that question a lot. I'm sorry, 19 and 49. Okay, yeah, 14 and 49? No, 19 and 49. I'm glad I clarified with the wrong information. Updates. Over the course of the week, I'm going to start moving things to my dad's place. I'm also not telling my mom about it until everything is gone. I appreciate you all making me realize my mom was overstepping a lot. Update 2, I did what many of you suggested and checked my credit to make sure no money went magically disappearing. I'm pleased to see that nothing was gone, but that still didn't stop me from locking it. As far as I know, she doesn't have any information on it, as the pay stubs don't actually have my credit card number or any information from my account, just the money I was paid over a certain period. Again, thanks to all of you who replied. I greatly appreciate all of you. Update 3, moved the first couple of things over to my dad's. Lucky my mom wasn't home when I did that, so it was really easy. I will continue to do this throughout the week. That's the last update that we have. I would add to your moving checklist, OP, grabbing just a few things of your mom's. like one shoe.
Maybe your sneakers back.
Yeah, maybe your sneakers back if you can find any of your
pants.
shit. Or yes, the remote batteries, or like all the forks. Something to just play that petty game right back. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just run.
Cornwall Crafter said booby trap the room.
Oh, those door popper string things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you used to be able to get them at the 4th of July tents, but my dad did those all the time when we were kids. He would tie those to the screws in like the door hinge thing. Yeah. Anyway,
your dad's Prank Sinatra.
My dad is Prank Sinatra. He would do that all the time, and then
all the left socks.
You open up the door and it'd go bang, and it was terrifying as a kid.
Don't take the shoes, just take the laces.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. That would be good. All the left socks. There you go. Well, one shoe. I really like the idea of just one shoe, because you would search the entire house looking for the other one. If both are gone, then you're not gonna.
What do you think she's gonna do when she finds out that she ran him off? That
I think she's gonna sick the family on him again.
Her control tactics and weirdo behavior has made him not feel comfortable, safe, whatever you want to call it, in his own home. So now he's leaving. I don't know. She gives me weird vibes. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm curious. So Dad was obviously on his side. I wonder if Dad went through this.
I don't know. That he didn't really go into it, so I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, she's going to blame Dad for sure. The light bulbs. There you go. Yeah, you should really Ross Geller this up.
Yeah, she said, or he said his dad wasn't allowed to come in her home.
Yeah. So there. Yeah.
So it did not end well, whatever it was.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
OP is going to live with Dad. Yeah.
Yes,
just moving a few things over there at a time.
Yes.
Glitter on your last day. There you go.
I can glitter.
Glitter in all the air vents so that when it kicks back on.
Take the potato peeler.
Come on.
Yeah.
Speaking of.
Tater
was making dinner last night. It was last night, right? Mm-hmm. It's fantastic dinner, by the way. It was a first time meal for her, and I was trying to help chef where I could, which is mostly cleaning dishes and staying the fuck out of the way. But there was one point where she was like, "Yeah, you can open those cans of tomato paste," which I had to run to the store to grab because she forgot them. And that's also my major contribution is like, I'm a runner. I can do that. I can clean things up. Otherwise, like, I don't have a lot of skill in the kitchen. I do laundry and I clean. I no good in the kitchen. I'm sorry. But she's like, yeah, you can open those cans. And I'm like, shit. Because when I grabbed those cans, I was like, oh, crap. It's not the pop top. It is going to have to use the good old can opener on these damn things. And I'm like, okay, here I go. So I got to get the shitty can opener out. And I'm just like, I'm having a moment. And I knew I was going to have this moment with this fucking can opener because can openers and I don't get along. And I'm like 3/4 of the way through this. And then Candy Thunder turns around when she hears me grumbling my ass off and is like, oh, babe. That's not the right can opener.
Well, I looked at it and I was like, how in the hell did he get the lid to go inside of the can? Because we have the can opener that takes the whole top off. And so I'm like, how did you make that happen? And then I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's like the old can opener. I'm not even sure where that came from. And
we need to throw it away.
And it was sitting on the counter. It's backup. Like, what if something happened and we weren't able to open a can?
I would rather die of starvation than have to use that can opener.
That's
again.
Dramatic.
The
it's
squeeze
like the house
tube
is at 80 degrees. Okay.
Look, the Dollar General, which was the closest place to us, and it was a timely thing that I went to, didn't have the squeezy tubes of tomato paste. They only have the little bitchy cans. So yeah, I made it more difficult for myself.
But it's really funny because the actual can opener that's pretty easy to use was sitting like literally right next to him, like this far from his hand. And I was like, that's the can opener. And he was like, well, I'm doing it now. And the lid was all like jagged in places. And I'm like, okay, you get it. You get it done.
My back started sweating as soon as you told me that's the thing you needed help with. I was like, oh.
I didn't even think about it because I'm like, I know how to use the can opener.
I would have struggled with the new can opener too.
There was a learning curve, but I figured it out. Now I feel like a professional compared to you.
Glad I can make you feel better about yourself. That's great. Yes, we need no, Nikki. Yeah, so that's
I would like I'd like a how-to video with an electric can opener.
Yeah.
That's when I'll know that I've made it.
What was the thing?
We can't go there.
Oh, hold on. We have that one.
Yeah,
the new one.
I'm not one. We don't have batteries for it because it didn't come with me.
Yeah.
And two, I can't learn a new one. I'm a professional at the.
It was like the Can Daddy or something, right?
Kitchen Mama.
Kitchen Mama. This is the Kitchen Mama. We haven't used it yet. We have it. We haven't used it yet.
But I feel like you need to. I don't know. I can't learn a new one. I'm professional at the one that I use.
We have it. Okay, I'll make that one mine.
Yes.
I'll
You
I'll
can
learn
use it for the 3 times that you open cans a year.
She's a professional at the upper middle class can openers.
Yes. That's about as high as my knowledge will go. I'm not willing to graduate to the fancy one.
You know what, Nikki? Yes, go ahead and make us the how-to video. I will make a response video, and it will be me absolutely fucking butchering trying to open a can with the manual opener. It'll be content gold. It'll be great.
Maybe I should get like each type of can opener. And like line them up and have you try to open cans.
Yeah, and we'll use a rage meter to determine which one's the best.
Yes, and we'll use a stopwatch and we'll see who can open the cans the fastest.
No, my back is already sweating. Don't do that to me. This can't be a race.
Because on the upper middle class can opener one, I will ace that.
Very happy for you.
I feel the tension release. I know I need to back up. Pop. I'm so good at it. That's where it's at. Sorry. Do it with my eyes closed. Okay, read the next story.
Well, we got to make a determination on this. Is OP the astronaut for installing a camera in his room to see if Mama's lying? Obviously not. Obviously not. We still don't know why exactly this is happening, so we're going NTA. We don't know why it's happening. We just know that there's some kind of unhinged madness going on here. The pay stub is the scariest one. Because, you know, theoretically, you don't have any credit card information or anything like that on there. But, hell, there are a lot of things that you need a pay stub to do. But that doesn't explain the shoes. It doesn't explain the notebook. It doesn't explain a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm NTA.
She's probably going to frame him for some kind of major crime. And she's using his shoes as like footprints in the mud.
No, I think
and then she's just copying his handwriting. That's why she's got the notebook and the lamp. That's the weapon.
I think she's got some negative thoughts in her head, and I think she's letting them win. And I think it's going to cause issues in the relationship with her son. But he's NTA, and I hope he moves out, and I hope it doesn't create a shitstorm for you.
No, it will.
Yep.
But just get as far away from it as possible. And I seriously would send the video clip to all those family members and be like, if you believe her, you're part of the problem, and I will block you.
Yeah. He's got to put some distance between the two of them.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Yeah, the comment about the credit was also odd. Yeah, Jay Fizzle. Yeah, well, I think a lot of commenters had suggested that he locked down his credit because of the pay stub. And I think it's probably smart because you don't know what she's doing with all of this. You don't know. It was Professor Thunder in the study with a can opener, Red Nova. Yes. Only Professor Thunder failed to use the can opener and was thus unsuccessful in that mission. Okay, let's dive into our next story here. Belinda Gillum, thanks so much for the 56 lightning bolts. Lavina with a press start. Thank you. Tammy, tell meow about it. TG, Joanna Christina, dropping the hundo bolts and the heart me. Thank you. Marie M50, Della Grice, McKaylee, Jenny with the ice cream cone, Candy 76 with another ice cream cone, Jamie, Terry Law, Cheeky Island Girl, Kel Stafford, Crystal, Jessica, Leggy Lady, Just Jess, Adventures with Pam, Sheena Diamond, Valencia. Adventures with Pam again there. Shar, Granny D, Jasmine, Joyce Brown, Trisha G. Thank you so much. Ricky, Aunt Sue, see you there too. Caitlin, I'm just saying Caitlin now because I'm afraid. Your last name is my can opener. Pelletier.
Pelletier.
I can't do it. It's my can opener. Being awfully bossy today, Tater.
I'm just keeping you on track.
Am I the astronaut for giving my daughter junk food despite being told not to by her school? Poll, yes, no?
No.
Just dive in on this one?
Yep, just go ahead.
All right. Am I the astronaut for giving my daughter junk food despite being told not to by her school? My daughter's, age 8, school has started a program for healthy eating across the school. I love that they feed my daughter healthy food, but I often give her a sweet treat in her lunch. After Christmas break, the school talked to the parents explaining they no longer allow the children to eat unhealthy food on school property. This means no bringing in cakes on birthdays and no bringing in junk food if you have packed a lunch. I thought that was a bit extreme. Even on Easter, my kid won the Easter bonnet competition. Every other year, the kids who won got a chocolate bunny. This year, they gave her a sticker. But yeah, a few weeks after the rule was my daughter's birthday. I decided to give her a slice of birthday cake in her packed lunch since she couldn't give cake to her classmates on the day. The teacher saw her eating the cake and told her she's not allowed to eat junk food in school and talked to me at pickup. The crazy thing, which I pointed out, is since the rule has been in place, my daughter has had school lunches a few times, and they had cookies and cakes for dessert, and burgers, and other unhealthy foods. The teacher said they make sure those are healthiest ones possible, that they can verify with those. I butchered this sentence. The teacher said they make sure those are the healthiest possible ones, and they can't verify with those. I said it's my decision what I feed my child. And they said, if you send your kid
here, you have to follow the rules.
And they said, if you send your kid here, you have to follow the rules. After that, the teachers kept a close eye on my daughter. She got told off for having Pringles, and I got talked to again about that. I gave her raisins, which is literally fruit, and the teacher had a problem with them, saying there's a lot of sugar in raisins, and not to pack them in her packed lunch anymore. She also had a Lunchable one day and got told off for that too. After this, I decided to push it because I thought these rules were too strict, so I went back to giving her a daily sweet treat. The teachers kept complaining, and I said I really don't care. The rest of her lunch is healthy, she'll be fine. They gave me a warning that they will have to punish her if she keeps bringing in unhealthy food, as it's against school rules and repeatedly being broken. The next day, I gave her a Lunchable and a sweet treat. They called me into the school during lunch and told me because my daughter and I can't follow the school rules, she's being suspended for 2 days. My husband was really mad at me. He didn't know about me continuously doing it on purpose because he goes to work early. He said it's not really that serious, just giving her healthy food and saying I was purposely doing it because I'm immature and now our daughter's in trouble because of it. I didn't expect them to suspend her over it. Was I wrong for not following the rules on this one? Top comment, ESH. The school went way overboard with this policy, but you literally used your 8-year-old as a weapon in your fight with them. She's the one getting punished, not you. Suspended over a Lunchable because her mom wanted to prove a point. If you think the rules are stupid, then fight it like an adult. Talk to the principal. Get other parents involved. Go to the school board. Don't send your kid in with extra treats the day after they warned you and then act shocked when there's consequences. Your husband is right. You were being immature about it. Comment here. OP needs to ask where in the school handbook it says the punishment for not having a healthy lunch jumps to suspension after a verbal warning. I'm not sure what country she's in, but it seems pretty extreme. She also needs to ask what's considered healthy. How healthy are we talking? Does it mean low sugar, low fat, low calories, or is it subjective? What people think is healthy isn't always healthy, and there are numerous ways people can have a balanced diet. I like this comment because, look, if you're going to enforce these rules, there has to be some kind of guidelines for it. What constitutes healthy? What is allowed and what isn't allowed? And yes, where is this punishment defined in the handbook? Is it just this school that's doing it? Or is it the entire district? Who made this dumbass decision? Mm-hmm. This is a school board conversation. And probably a social media revolution.
I 100% agree. I think my question would be like, show me exactly where the list of approved foods are, because every time I send something, you tell me it's not good enough.
Right.
Every time. And like,
I'm sorry, this is the Cosmic Crisp apple. It tastes like candy, so it's not really healthy.
And raisins. like I feel like that's just wanting to nitpick and be controlling as the staff or faculty in the school. I mean, like, and I think that this comment really sums it up. Like, what is considered healthy? Is it low sugar, low fat, low calories? Like, what are you looking at? I feel like what this school is doing is going to be like on a slippery slope to causing eating issues with kids down the road, because you're basically telling them that everything that they have is unhealthy. Everything that this girl has had in her lunch is now unhealthy. And you've made such an entirely like big deal about it. And I don't know if I agree with the mom.
Using the kid,
putting it in the lunch and doing what she did when they said there would, like, mine would be, I would be going up the ladder, like it said, principal, school board,
100%.
Superintendent. Like, I would be going up the ladder to figure out where the list of approved food is, where it says this in the handbook. Like, I need actual facts. Like, because you telling me one day that raisins aren't okay and the next day Pringles aren't okay is not good enough.
Yeah. Well, and getting in trouble for a kid is embarrassing, right? More so than the actual punishment.
Yeah.
Because fuck these people.
No, it's this whole thing is fucking bullshit. Like, I mean, I understand why mom was pissed off. Like, I would be pissed off about it too, but I agree with that. I don't want to use my child as the in between this battle with the teachers and this. Like, I'm going to fight this fucking battle, and I'm going to fight this battle on this side of it, you know, with the Board of Education and not in the lunchroom.
Yeah, exactly. Putting your kid in a precarious position is not cool.
Well, and how do you know that the freaking brownies in her lunch weren't made with
Applesauce.
black beans and applesauce? Like, they don't fucking know what made the brownies. They don't know what's in the recipe. They all look the same. And so they have no freaking clue. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Put a note on everything that's like, here's the ingredients. Can you tell me if it's approved? This is absurd. Like, what they're asking of parents or whatever is absurd. And them saying what they have in their lunchroom has been pre-approved. Give me a fucking break.
Beer Today says, no way this is a public school. I don't know. I mean, I get public school vibe, but somebody's really stepping in it if it's a public school. Yeah. They're if this was a district-wide thing, the entire district is about to be facing a friggin' lawsuit. If it's one school's going to be facing a lawsuit. The funniest part to me is, the freaking the teacher's lounge is full of sweets. Probably confiscated sweets from these kids, and they're just like, the people enforcing this aren't applying these rules to themselves. I guarantee you that. Yeah, you want kids to be healthy. Yeah, you want to improve that. Make healthier food available to them. You cannot police what parents send in the lunch for their kids.
Well, and I think they
unless
made this
it's
girl
blatant.
Yeah.
Like, unless,
Well, and I think this girl now became like, all focus was on what was in her lunch. You know, she's unboxing it and they're like, fucking raisins in it today. Is that Pringles? Oh, I'm chewing her mom out. We do not accept Pringles in this school. What's wrong with a fucking Pringle?
Treating friggin' Pringles and raisins like they're out there doing.
She brought
like
pretzels.
Freaking narcotics.
She brought pretzels.
Did you try to smuggle these raisins into this school again? There's going to be consequences. 2 days suspension.
Right, fucking crab legs in her lunch. There's a guy, I keep seeing his videos, but he puts so much, like, he makes his daughter's lunch and it's always like
the
insane.
Bougiest bougie.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else has ever come across him, but I'm like, he can make my lunch any day. But yeah, it's like crab legs and all different types of stuff. But
sushi. I think I saw one where he was making sushi. Yeah. So I do want to clarify this thing. I don't think this is a teacher issue. I think this is an admin issue. Because this decision is not something that like a teacher would just come up with and then all of a sudden it would be applied for the whole school. This is something an admin came up with, and is enforcing. Now how heavily they run with that is they probably have some kind of freedom here. But
at one of our kids' school, they had like a person. She wasn't a teacher, but she monitored the lunch, but she had other jobs too at the school. I can't remember her position.
The lunch monitor.
Yeah, but it wasn't just like she did other like assistant stuff at the school in different areas. But I don't know. She was unfriendly. I'll tell you that for free.
Was that about talking during?
Like she made me like yes, she made me uncomfortable. Like when we went to have lunch with Ava, you've heard it.
Yes.
And I was like genuinely uncomfortable about sitting in the lunchroom. I understand that they have to keep it on track and keep it moving, but it was like
prison lunch.
It was yes, it was terrible.
I'm pretty sure prisoners are allowed to talk while they eat too.
It was
yeah.
very
I think it's whenever I went to elementary school, which is the same elementary school that Caden went to. There was a traffic light in the lunchroom.
No, I'm getting chips.
And the traffic light would measure decibels, and they could set it so that at a certain decibel it would turn yellow, and if it turned red, like y'all got to be quiet for 5 minutes straight, or the rest of lunch or something, right? That's fine. I get that because you don't want it to be like obnoxiously rowdy, but not allowing children to speak.
They were not allowed to talk.
Yeah, that's wild.
They at my school when I went, like, so we were in the military, and whenever we got out and went to Diamond, in the lunchroom, the principal walked around with a paddle, and she would just like smack it on her hand.
All right,
and, like they still like spanked kids.
Yeah, they did when I went to school too.
And which is fucking crazy. But it was the first time I had ever seen like anything like that in a school. And she would just walk around and just slap her hand with it. And like the way she talked to kids was so mean. And I was like, where are we?
He's the warden. I assume most of us here, they were still doing SWATs and stuff at school. I assume, I assume the majority of us were. The decision on ethnic food they haven't encountered. Oh yeah, we don't know what this is, so we can't say that it's healthy. It's not allowed. If
they would like foods from other countries, if they would look down upon that as well.
Yep.
What do they want? Just like a salad, like a couple pieces of lettuce and a cucumber?
No, there's no nutritional value in
just water. You're allowed to have water.
You have a crust of bread.
God, I can still imagine that woman's face.
Maggoty bread in 3 stinking days.
That just brought back a whole like. I don't know. It just brought back like unlocked a memory that was not fun.
Body keeps the score.
Yeah.
You're reliving the physical experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so am I the astronaut for giving my daughter junk food despite being told not to by her school? Kind of.
I only think you're the asshole because I agree with the top commenter. You used your daughter in a way that I don't think is right.
Yeah.
I understand it as a parent. I understand that you wanted to fight against this, but I think there's other ways to fight against this that don't impact your child. You can still get to the end that you want to reach, but without it, without your daughter going through that at school every time she opened her lunchbox.
Agreed.
But it's like your NTA with a side of ASCON 3.
Yeah, your NTA in one aspect, but ASCON 3, or maybe even a 2, for using your child to fight an adult situation, right? It is absolutely an ESH, though. That we can say for sure.
Everybody sucks.
Everybody sucks here.
She sucks way less. I would not put her at a 2. I would.
You keep her at a 3?
Yeah. But I do think it's ESH because I don't think you should have done that. But should have done it differently is what I think. Only because I'm more mad at the school for what they did.
Yeah, that is absolutely fair. Definition-wise, ASCON 3, you should have done it differently. I think that fits perfectly for this. I would agree with you on 3. You know what? Let's make it official. For you, OP. Going to ASCON 3. Take a little trip. I'm the mayor here.
The Tony voice. I still haven't heard it yet.
I fixed it. I had to add a second and a half of silence at the beginning of each of those audio clips. So when it transitions, there's a second, and then it goes. It was happening like right as the transition happened, so you would only hear like the last syllable of it, or like the "ux" kind of part of it, because it would get lost in the transition. So I got it fixed. We're good. All right, we'll dive into the next story here after a little bit of catch up.
I was also going to say thank you. You don't have to put me. Okay. Thank you to the mods on the TikTok side, because I'm not sure what's happening over there today, but there's been so much of the spammy stuff.
Is there spammy shit going on?
Thank you. Thank you to all of the mods that have been jumping in on that. Very much appreciated.
Thank you for your service. We appreciate you. Very, very, very much. Melissa Elliott dropping the Tiny Dinies. Jazzy dropped the 2 hundo Tiny Dinies. Belinda Gillum dropping all the roses. Colin Sloan, Alondra Sings, Joyce, Brown, Lexi, Jersey Blind Girl. Sloan, welcome to the Gosh Heck It fam on the TikTok side. Hell yeah. Get Jazzy dropping another 150 tiny dinies there. Christine, Alondra, Belinda, Lavina, lovely. Get Jazzy on it with yet another tiny diny. Carrie, Brooke, Carrie again there. Jersey Blind Girl with the tiny dinies. Caitlin. Thank you so much. All right, we'll dive in here. Next one is, listen. You gonna make a call? Okay. All right. Tooled Bear. Is that how you spell it? Tooled Bear or Told Bear? Thank you. Thank you much. We appreciate that. And we like it when people are obsessed with watching our content. We like that kind of obsession. All right, let's go. Next story. Hey there, Dusty Thunder here once again with another story for you. Am I the astronaut for refusing to return a lost dog that was clearly well loved? Am I the astronaut for refusing to return a lost dog that was clearly well loved? No poll here. Candy Thunder's handling some home stuff, but we'll dive right in. About 7 months ago, a friend found a dog near her house. I took her in and called animal control. They said to bring her in to look for a microchip. She was underweight with dirty fur. AC couldn't find a microchip, so they said I could hold on to her for a week and they would list her on their website. If nobody claimed her, I could adopt her. So that's exactly what happened. My dog now has shiny fur and is very healthy. She's polite and walks well on a leash. She does lots of tricks. I have depression and anxiety, and she's my support animal. She's honestly the light of my life. Last month, I joined a Facebook group for the same unusual pure breed that my dog is. I posted a picture of her in the group. A woman was tagged a few hours later, and she DMs me. She said my dog was her dog, and that she was so thankful that I found her and wanted to arrange to come get her. She offered to pay me for taking good care of her. I thought she was trying to scam me since she lived across the country, but when I looked into it, I found her Instagram with a lot of dog pictures and videos. My dog has very unique markings, so it was unmistakably the same dog as the one in her pictures. My dog is a show champion and had a lot of training to do obedience, agility, and a few others I've never heard of. She has a lot of fancy titles, too. My dog was clearly well cared for, well trained, and well loved. She said her house caught fire last year and she lost everything, including my dog, who ran away. Nobody knows how she traveled so far or what happened between when she got lost and when my friend found her. She never stopped looking for my dog. She even had a video of my dog as a super cute puppy getting a microchip. No idea why the shelter and my vet couldn't find it, but my dog had one at some point. Here's the part where I might be the asshole. I told the woman I appreciated the great job she did with my dog for the first few years of her life, she's 5, and I was sorry to hear about her circumstances, but I couldn't give up my beloved girl. She's my support animal, so I'm not even sure I could live without her. I offered to send her pictures regularly, but she turned really nasty. I got tons of hateful messages from people I don't even know. I had panic attacks whenever I got notifications because her friends acted like it's my fault. I didn't choose for this special dog to change my life I didn't choose for this special dog to change my life so much any more than she chose for my dog to get lost. I ultimately blocked her because she wouldn't leave me alone. Since she was listed with the shelter for the hold period and no microchip was found, I have adopted her and she's mine. I'm legally in the right, but am I morally wrong? I know she loves my dog and wants her back, but I can't picture a life without her. Not one where I'm happy anyway. If I could clone my dog and give this chick one, I would. Am I the astronaut? If I think about myself and my health and keep my dog, since it's legally my right to anyway. Okay, there's a little bit of an update, but before we get into that, we gotta talk about this.
Would you give the dog back?
7 months.
And a long way from home. I wonder if someone picked it up and then
yeeted the microchip, maybe. If somebody knew what kind of dog it was, knew it was purebred, and wanted to.
Yeah.
Look, it's an on your property, OP. This person raised a champion dog, you probably paid a shit ton of money for it. Like I think that's legally her property if an animal can be legally property. I feel like you say legally you have no obligation to. I feel like that's debatable in court because I'm not a lawyer, but they couldn't detect the microchip. There was a microchip. If they end up finding
Maybe
one
it
now and it's
moved
still
or something?
there, maybe. But
Yeah.
that's her property and that's her dog.
not-
And I understand it's been 7 months and you've developed a bond with this dog, but this dog's owner just showed up.
I would say that's her child. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, that is her. I mean, that's how I look at my dogs. Like, they are like, love them. Like, I genuinely, like, they are like my kids and I love them so
Yeah.
much. And I can't imagine seeing this dog that she had for 5 years, even though I loved it so much. And like knowing how that feels and not giving it back, because I wouldn't be able to sit with
No.
myself if
It's a
if I
selfish
knew-
choice and she knows that.
And yeah, I get that, but there's just no way that I could do that to someone, because I know what it feels like to lose a pet.
Yeah.
And it hurts. And for this woman to know that her pet is still out there, like her house burnt down. It wasn't like she lost,
she
like
didn't-
nothing. Like
she didn't just lose this dog.
Yeah.
The house burned down and the dog escaped and ran.
I mean, thank God she escaped, but also like, I don't know, like losing a pet is one of the hardest things ever. And to know that your pet is out there and you can't have it, like that to me,
Oh.
it would be cruel to do to someone else. And so there's just no way. Like, I would be like, I had 7 amazing months with your dog and I was so thankful for the time that I had with it.
And she offered to pay you for it. So
Yeah.
Red Nova Studios dropped the 10 bomb on the YouTube side and said, as someone who lost her dog a week ago today, I would never take someone else's dog. Adopt your own dog and give this woman her dog back. But keeping this woman's dog from her is so underhanded.
Yep. So sorry that you lost your dog.
All the comforting warm hug vibes for you right now. And I agree. I think, like, at bare fucking minimum, put this dog, well, like a neutral party, put this dog in a room and put these two people in opposite corners and let the dog decide, right? Which might not even be fair because permanency versus recency, right? This isn't your dog. And I feel like you're going to end up getting a lawyer letter, and then you're going to end up in court fighting this. And then I don't know how that's going to go, but I feel like the moral thing to do here is to give this woman her dog. It would be tough. Like, it's going to be tough as hell. No one's saying it's not going to be tough. It's going to be tough as shit. But it's the right thing to do.
What?
Could just want the dog back for money, maybe. Wonder Woman, but even OP looked at her Insta and found a lot of proof that this dog was well cared for and loved. And I mean, it was a champion dog that was trained in all kinds of shit. It doesn't feel like a money grab to me.
Dogs can have the same markings and still not be someone else's dog.
I mean, yeah. If they have the paperwork on it, but OP said it was the same dog. Yeah, Kyrie's mom. OP said it was the exact same dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think there's no doubt in OP's mind that it is the exact same dog. If you need to do some kind of DNA test or something, or comparison to paperwork and vet records, it may come to that if this becomes a legal battle. But it's obviously the selfish, wrong thing to do to keep this dog. And I don't think blocking these people is going to be enough. I think it's going to continue escalating here.
Brooke, I think they said she did microchip her dog, but that the shelter who took it in couldn't find the microchip. I don't know if that happens though. Can they move?
Yeah, they can travel.
Okay. Or maybe they just didn't look in the right spot or something. I'm not sure though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I would start instead of just blocking the person. There's a small update. The OP had an update post, but it got removed and it wasn't anywhere that I could find it. So
Okay. So I'll leave you up for this
Yeah.
one. Update-ish. We get asked about this one a lot because there's a failed attempt at an update in their history. He's the asshole. He doubled down on being the asshole. We refuse to reward people using our sub and your time with more attention for being an unrepentant asshole. The dog is fine.
That's all it says.
Okay.
He doubled down, which means he wasn't going to give it back.
I feel like this is going to end up being a legal battle. One of the microchip companies went out of business. Oh, good gravy. That's helpful. Look, if there's paperwork on it, I feel like you could probably get into like veterinary records and verify certain things. Maybe not, though. Maybe the original owner is just screwed here. And that would be more painful than thinking your dog had, think about that. Thinking your dog had died in this freaking fire, never finding remains, though. And then 7 months later.
I don't know.
And then somebody being like, yeah, no, this mine. We'd be getting in a car right then and traveling to wherever this place is.
I know, I would be like a crazy person. I feel like if my dog was out there and like I couldn't like, I don't know. I don't want to think about it because it's like it makes me upset.
You chose this story.
I know. Well, Tony gave it to me, but I don't.
Tony?
I don't like stories where dogs don't get happy endings. I don't like the Superman movie. Like there was like one part I saw in it and it was about the dog and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I've seen it. Tater hasn't. I had it
Is the dog okay?
I had it on the other night. And of course, well, I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone.
Excuse me. But he like went like whenever he goes into like Lex Luthor's office and like flies in and he's like, where's my dog?
Yeah, where's the dog?
That's exactly how I would be. 100%.
No, the newest Superman.
That's the only part I saw. And he was like, where's the dog? And that's how I feel like I would be if someone had, like Luna was sleeping too much. And I was like, something is wrong with her. And he's like, you need to calm down. Or John Wick. Like,
yeah.
I understand it.
Yeah.
100%.
Luna's out in the backyard, like frolicking with Sunny, playing around with a smile on her face. And Candace is like, she's just not as happy. Like something wrong.
It wasn't about happy. She was tired. I said she was tired. And they talked about her being old. And I did not appreciate them talking about my dog being old. Dogs of her age. I don't think, I feel like that's too much.
She's fine.
Okay, but was the dog okay in Superman?
You think they'd actually off?
Well, I don't know. They put a black thing over its head and it was whining, and that's all I saw.
Yeah.
But I did not. It was not good.
The dog's fine. You're fine.
No, I've seen all Marley and Me. Sometimes I watch that just to hurt my heart.
Just when you feel like you need some good pain.
The Art of Racing in the Rain.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey.
All right, we'll move on to the next story here. Hey, TG, Joanna, Christina, Belinda Gillum, Stephanie Swanson. All right, Sazarala dropping the tiny dinies. Vilma dropping all kinds of tiny dinies. Thank you so much for that. Dizzy Blue Eyes, Belinda Gillum again there. A Finley Dakota. Oh, a Squirrel. I see it now. Vilma, Teresa, Joyce Brown, Adventure with Pam. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. That is some hair. Holy cow. Velma with a rock star. Yeah, that's damn near my actual do, but way more animated. Way more animated. All right. Peter.
God,
He's got his old man voice.
It's so sad.
Chance. Sassy! All right. Hey there, Dusty Thunder here with a story for you. Coworker was very salty about me having lunch with our newest employee. Not an am I the astronaut, not even a question. Just a story. Coworker was very salty about me having lunch with our newest employee. I have never gotten more than an arm's length to the two women I have been working with for years now. One is a terrible gossip, bully, and has used personal information on me against me. The other one just goes along with her. They both whisper about me and talk about me, even make fun of me and have spread false information. The bully coworker could not handle it when I pulled away once realizing she was trying to gain personal information on me. I used to go to lunch with them occasionally, but ceased it altogether. She didn't like that. Tried to get boss to mandate social lunches. Obviously, that didn't work. For years now, while the two of them have had lunch together, I do my own thing after they get back. Usually read, Bully eventually got tired of trying to get me to socialize for lunch, until the new woman we hired. I actually like her and we clicked. She's been there about a half a year now. Yesterday we went to lunch together. Well, Bully coworker did not like that. She made passive-aggressive comments about it, like, I guess we'll have to close the office down then, because I was taking lunch at the same time as everyone else instead of my usual time, which we could have easily moved some things around to accommodate, but it wasn't about having to close the office. We've done it before. She just wanted to be petty, so we ignored her tantrum. So she then started finding the most petty things to do to get mad about. She got mad at the new coworker because she found a laminator and asked if we could use it to laminate customers' auto ID cards since they don't like the paper ones. Bully coworker went off on her about it. Then she spent the rest of the afternoon slamming doors, being boisterous, trying to get attention in the most desperate ways possible, then making sure to leave an hour early, telling her buddy coworker she is out. All because I chose to have lunch with someone in the office I actually click with. Bully has her little shadow. It's not like she was forced to have lunch alone. Also, she's a 60-year-old woman. Too damn old to be acting like this. Can anyone explain this? It's not like she wants to be my friend. I actually like someone in the office enough to share my break with, and it was like she was absolutely beside herself. What gives? Additional info. Commenter says, it's about power. Will she be able to get away with this unprofessional behavior? She wants to control the office and be the queen bee, and someone's not doing their job and allowing it. The problem is, if you want to hold her accountable, you're going to need backup from the higher-ups that decide that kind of thing, and they clearly have already let her cross lines for a while. So what would get the higher-ups' attention? Is she actually a good worker? Does she get things done and do well? Or is she costing your firm money? Does she have a personal relationship with someone in power or know where the bodies are buried? Is there someone that outperforms her? If so, she's going to feel really threatened by that. Just some things to consider. If you could add more context, feel free. OP responds, our boss, who's the owner of the agency, has received multiple complaints about coworker from me, new coworker, and believe it or not, her buddy even complained about some things she was doing. She also had a formal complaint against her from our company's claims department, we're insurance, for mouthing off to an adjuster. Why hasn't she been fired? Because our boss, I suspect, is a coward. Also, bully coworker apparently gets a lot of sales because she lies to potential customers, and she's been working for the agency for over a decade, and boss feels she doesn't want to betray her loyalty. Also, something I found out, bully coworker has had a court order to have her wages garnished, so I suspect boss doesn't want to leave her without a paycheck. Top comment, ignore her. She's obviously some overly bitter curmudgeon who needs attention. Best thing to do with these people is to not give them what they're craving. Alternatively, cheerfully lean in and agree with whatever she's saying when she's complaining. That bores them super quick. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I'm going to become an accomplice to anything she's got going on. Ain't no way.
I feel like we call them dark clouds. If we hire someone who acts like this in the office, and I think it said the boss, she gets a lot of sales, and also the boss is kind of a pushover basically, and doesn't want to do the hard work and letting someone go, even though they're causing chaos in the office. And I feel like on some level, everyone has had to work with someone like this. Like you have to figure out a way to work around them because they're making your life a living hell. Like you're 1 minute late coming back from lunch and they're in your boss's office telling on you, even though it's, yeah, it's but yet they come in 15 minutes late every day. I feel like it's, I don't know. I was just curious if anyone else has ever had to deal with someone like this in their work. And how did you handle it? Because I have someone that works with us named Tony. Just kidding. I kid. He's the best.
We have had.
If you haven't, then you're probably it.
No, that's a good point. We have had to deal with situations like this, and I can tell you, talking about OP's boss here, it's tough. The first time, it's tough. Really having to to drop the hammer and be an actual boss. Put your boss hat on when you need to is tough. It sucks. It is the most uncomfortable part about this job. It's the one thing that I hate. Not this job, or day jobs. I hate having to be a boss and be like, hey, this is a problem. This has to be fixed. You know, doing the boss things. I don't like it. I don't want to have to do it. Some bosses just don't do it. And let it ferment and sour the rest of the team. And that's what's happening here. When you have a cowardly boss, a boss who wants to be everybody's friend and can't put on the boss hat when they need to manage the humans, it will sour everyone. It is impossible to have a solid team.
I think for us, it came in, we always say, like, think about your kids and how you would want them to handle stuff and like how it affects them. And I think we kind of look at it in the same way. When someone is affecting the entire office, it has to be handled because we're letting this one person make everyone else miserable. And like, we have to put the team before the uncomfortableness of the conversation we have to have with this person. And we will always allow for, course correct and to do better, to not bring this into the office, to not act like this in the office. But like, we always give the option, like, you can either walk away today or we can try to correct this. And here's the plan moving forward.
Yeah.
But having this conversation, we figured out early on, is a must, because otherwise you're just allowing this person to infect every part of your business.
Yep.
And especially for a small agency like an insurance office, like, that's a toxic environment. And I feel like people that work there, like, you could have a happy office with people that want to come to work and want to do their best. And all these people could outperform her if she wasn't there constantly belittling them and putting them down. You could have sales from other people if she wasn't the one in that place.
Right. There's a lot of time and mental and emotional energy going into doing what she's doing. Not her job, the bullshit part of what she's doing.
The slamming the drawers and like just making people uncomfortable. And I think that's the point.
I'm sorry. This isn't high school. This isn't your house.
Right.
Like, this is a business. And if you can't behave like this is a business, you don't get to be a part of this business.
Right.
Lying to customers is like an immediate write-up. If this ever happens again, you're gone, if you're not gone on the spot, right? Lying to customers to get sales.
I know, that's
not the reputation we want.
Exactly. And I was like, that's just representing your business poorly.
Exactly. And that's, I think, the tipping point when you finally decide to put the boss hat on, the bass hat, the singing fish. That's, I think, the tipping point, because it is representative of your business, not just to the outside world, but to the rest of your team, right? You're what's the word I'm looking for? Enabling it. You are enabling the behavior by not checking it. And probably seeing a lot of turnover in that one position. This new girl's been there 6 months. I wonder how long the people in that position last, right? Because she has a habit of running them off.
We, also, Dustin and I play good cop, bad cop. I'm the bad cop.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
I'm the one that just, I mean, someone has to, I'm not like forceful, but someone has to be very blunt in what they say and like say, this is the problem. This is how we need to handle it. And sometimes it's really hard to call someone out on their behavior. And like the first time, like, was like, I'm back sweating and like so uncomfortable in that.
The first time.
Yeah.
That's it though. The first time. And then after that,
you learn every time you do it.
This is something I am capable of doing when I have to. I don't want to put this hat on. Don't make me put this hat on. But when I have to put this hat on, damn it, you made me put this hat on. And we're going to have this conversation. And I don't want to put this hat on again, so fix it. Right? Like that's...
Yeah. Call someone on their bullshit.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yep, you can be tactful and you can't back down. You have to be, I think that's the moment where you can't leave anything to chance. You have to be Like the conversation has to be very blunt and they have to know exactly what you're saying when you walk away from it. Because if you leave it to chance or if you leave something in there that could waver one way or the other, then it gets messy and they don't understand. Like if they're trying to read it and you're not direct, then I just don't think it works. But yeah, tactful for sure. Maybe once I wasn't tactful.
I'm going to get you a hat that says Bass Babe.
There was one time where we were about to lose like 2 of our best employees, and I was like, okay, this like they brought it to our attention, and I was like, this can no longer go on, and it was the same day. Yeah, it was. And I'm talking about Tony. Tony's best. I was just kidding earlier. No Tony slander.
No.
But also, I was laughing earlier because when he hears this joke tomorrow, he's going to be like. Also, he did survive the weekend. For those of you who were here on Wednesday, he did survive the weekend, so he will be back.
I've
tomorrow.
seen some clips from Kansas Speedway. It sounds like he might have witnessed some cool shit.
They parked the RV in the that's what I told Tony. I was like, you're not leaving. I was like genuinely worried by Friday evening, and he said they parked the RV in a parking garage and waited for the storm to pass. So
in the casino.
In the casino, yeah. He said he was just hoping they wouldn't get too drink too much before they had to drive the RV back. He was kidding.
Oh gosh.
I hope he's functional tomorrow. We also got him watching From, so yeah.
Caden's pumped about that too. He's pumped. Okay, so yeah, don't let the shitty coworkers continue to be shitty. And as an employee, like, man,
it sucks the life from people, and they don't want to go to work. They don't want to perform at work. They don't want to be at work because this person is making them so uncomfortable. And that's the part as a boss, as an employer, that you cannot let happen.
As an employee, though, like putting myself in an employee's shoes, I would hope that I had the kind of relationship with my boss that allowed me to talk to them and be like, hey, this person is a problem and they are harming everyone around them.
Yeah, and it sounds like that happened, but the boss was unwilling to take any steps
she
to correct.
A lot of sales, and her wages are going to be garnished soon, probably for a lawsuit from lying to customers, and well, I don't know. Boo.
She's a ticking time bomb.
Some people suck.
There you go. Good employees don't leave good jobs; they leave bad management.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
agree.
There you go.
Gossipy snitches.
Gossipy snitches.
Snitches get stitches.
What's the girl's name in the newest in the last season of Stranger Things? Ashley something is a snitch. What was her name? Ashley Klein is a snitch. Ashley Klein is a snitch. I don't know why. That pops up in my head all the time, but I can't remember the freaking name. All right, we ready for our next story? 10:37. How's everybody doing? Doing well? Doing good, yeah? Working for insurance, there are laws about misinformation. Ooh. I mean, I would hope that even if there aren't laws in whatever field you're working in, that as a boss, you take lying to customers pretty fucking seriously. Birthday's Tuesday? Happy birthday, child of God. Heck yeah. Fantastical Kelly, nice. Hills yeah. Nova, the dub. Tired but good, Paisley? I hear that. I feel that. I feels it. We got a busy week ahead of us. It's going to be a busy week, tell you what. There's also something really exciting pending that I can't tell you about yet.
Stop talking about it.
Fine. You mind kicking that while I'm reading this one? I'm not going to slip. This isn't like me getting you a gift and then not being able to wait and giving it to you early. I'm not gonna slip, say anything that I shouldn't say. Third party reject, your 60th is Tuesday. Happy gosh second birthday. No, John, I won't tell you more. Can't. All right, let's go. Hey there, Dusty Thunder here with another story for you. This is Am I the Astronaut for not engaging with my wife after she read my private journal? We'll do a poll for this one. I have a feeling I know how it's gonna go. Am I the astronaut for not engaging with my wife after she read my private journal? NTA. Also, who got all the way through Temptation Island? I know we don't have time for that, but this is applicable. And if you did, you know what we're talking about here. Yeah, this is
Cole.
Yeah. Cole, who raged out after
No, they haven't. Not everyone's seen.
Brought you back up here for a 30-second conversation here. Well, we can talk a little bit about Temptation Island while we wait for this poll to end here.
Say the story. I don't think there should a private journal that like unless you've been given permission to read, I do 100%. Like private is private. You should not read that because those are unfiltered thoughts. Those aren't exactly things that they're going to act on, but those are unfiltered thoughts that come into their mind that they want to write down and explore and work through without having to have the conversation out loud. And I feel like reading that is not something that's healthy for anyone because it's private. It should be somewhere where people can explore their own thoughts and
it feels like
and work through them.
The only thing that would cause somebody to do this is if they were looking for pain, and if they were looking for pain, they were determined to find it, right?
Yeah.
It's the only thing that makes sense to me right now. Here's our poll results.
75% went NTA and 13% went ESH.
So I'm shocked that only 75% went NTA here, but let's see where it goes. And yeah, like you can pick up any journal of mine and read it. We had that conversation. We established that. Read it. I read it with no judgment, I would hope. And, with understanding that it's me struggling to, or trying to understand emotions, but nothing is off limits there. If there was a conversation here that allowed it to have that kind of structure, yeah, that's one thing. If you don't have that conversation where it's like, hey, feel free to pick up my journal and read it, then yeah, it is off limits. It is private. Okay, am I the astronaut for not engaging with my wife after she read my private journal? Our relationship went through a rough patch and I couldn't do anything right. I cheated with my coworker and that basically ended our marriage. But we did work on our relationship to the point that we are friends, but there's no relationship. My wife has been pretty clear that she only sees me as a friend and we will divorce when the kids are older.
Red flag, red flag.
I started journaling after starting therapy and I've been writing about my infidelity and what led to it. Excuse me. I also wrote very harshly about how I felt about my wife during that rough patch. I wrote about optimism I have for the future and finding a better woman than my wife. My journal was supposed to be private. We live in separate rooms anyways. She decided to clean my room, which she never does, and found my journal. She read it and went ballistic on me. We haven't had a fight since my infidelity was discovered, so I was not in the mood to fight. I ignored her and she started crying. She threw my journal at me and told me she read it and how horrible of a person I am. I told her it's a private journal. She started talking about how unfair I am about her and how she was not solely responsible for our relationship breaking down, etc. I told her that it doesn't matter anymore how I see her. I'm sure she has thousands of reasons for how she behaved, and I have reasons for what I did as well. It doesn't change anything. I told her I don't want to talk about it now, and she's being mad about that. Okay. Look, if you choose to read your partner's journal, I think you're signing the death certificate on your relationship right then and there. You're taking that risk.
Yeah.
They
but
didn't
also,
have a relationship, though. They were
ESH, because you should not stay together for the kids.
Exactly.
You
Yes.
guys are, you're like, I can't wait to find someone I can start a life with. Dude, we all get one life to live. You guys have already said you are not in a relationship, but you're staying. You're not together. You're creating a toxic home for kids.
That's
you
true.
don't think they can't pick up on those feelings and the anger between the two of you? And if she's this upset, like clearly things have not been worked through for your marriage, and you are not like on this friend plane that you think that you are.
Yeah. Agreed.
And she wasn't cleaning your room.
No, there's no way. She was looking for your journal, or looking for something else to be mad about, and she went looking for pain and she found it. But why? But yes, I agree The whole, like, did the
Yeah.
generation of our parents teach us nothing? Staying together just for the children is not the best thing for the children, because all it does is train your kids. That's what they should do later on. When they're unhappy, they're just going to have to grin and bear it for their kids. And then the cycle fucking continues, right? No, that is not what you want to teach them. You're in therapy now and starting to well, maybe you still are. You started therapy. You're understanding emotions, right? Or working on it. And that's the part where, like, reading a journal can be messy, right? Because emotions are messy, and trying to understand them is a messy fucking process. And it doesn't matter what he wrote in there. What he wrote in there about, you know, his behavior leading up to him cheating, his thoughts about his wife at the time when he led up to it. I saw a lot of people in chat reacting to that. And we're saying, like, oh, he blamed her for cheating. No, that's him trying to work through what he's feeling in his journal. That's not him blaming her. That's him processing information.
Yeah, I saw someone
you can't
say,
use stuff like
Yeah.
that and say that's what he's broadcasting to the world, because it's not. That's what he was working through himself and trying to understand that. And I don't think you can use anything that you see in a journal as any kind of ammo whatsoever. But in this case, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
There's nothing left to fight for. But beating a dead horse, literally.
this, yeah, I agree. I saw someone say that when you read someone's journal, it's out of context, because it is. It's like having those thoughts in your head that you can't work through when you put pen to paper and you write them out, and then you can reflect on those thoughts. I mean, you can go back and understand how you were feeling or why you felt it, but reading that without the context of the situation or more of it, like more understanding, then it's just going to look like shitty thoughts. And I don't think there's, like you said, you're looking for pain by reading someone's journal. If you're looking to fix a relationship, I don't know what she was looking for. And even if she was cleaning his room, why would you read the journal? Why would you read someone's private journal? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And that happened, like you said, it happened on Temptation Island, and it was
Looking for pain.
And he was looking for pain. He was
Yeah.
looking for some understanding of how she felt, and he didn't find what he was like. He found worse than what he was looking for. I don't know. I just don't think anything good can come from reading a journal.
Bay Fox, that's a hell of a good point. I don't journal when I'm having a good day.
Right? Journal when you're struggling, when you need to get it out. And
Yeah,
it does
it's
help.
going to be ugly and it's going to be messy.
It does help to get it out of your head, and like read it and look at it, and then go back and think about it and try to understand why you feel the way you do. But these people, journal aside, this is not healthy.
It's a toxic household. And Roseanne, member for 25 months at the Gosh Heck Thunder crew on the YouTube side, said, best quote, I'd rather come from a broken home than live in one.
There you go. And I saw so many people that said this was my parents. This is what it was like growing up. Like, this is how we felt in our home. And I think it's better to have two healthy, happy parents that live in separate houses than have two toxic parents together living in the same house. And that, if she's going into his room and reading his journal, it's become completely toxic. And here's your sign. You need to do better for your kids, as hard as that is.
Aaron, I grew up in a home where my parents had separate rooms. I remember my first sleepover. I was so confused and embarrassed when I asked my friend why her parents slept in the same room.
Are your parents separated now?
It's interesting. Beach Mama, my daughter noticed I was divorcing her dad before he did. Kids pick up on shit. That's wild.
What was it?
Beach Mama said my daughter noticed I was divorcing her dad before he did.
Wow.
Yeah. It is wild. So what OP is asking here is, like, OP just basically stopped communicating. Said, am I the astronaut for not engaging with my wife after she read my private journal? Not for that, but I do believe you are for showing that this level of tension is what marriage should look like for your kids, right? This you're at an impasse. This is not something that is going to get resolved. You have both come to terms with that. So now you have to look at the environment you are providing for your kids. And that's the only thing that should be on the table for discussion between the two.
Right.
What's in the past is in the past, and it's already destroyed you, and there's no coming back from that. Going back and digging it up from the grave is literally just feeding it a pain addiction. That's it. She needed her hit of pain and went looking for it and fucking found it.
I have a happily married friend with separate rooms. Yeah, some people do separate rooms.
Yeah, some people could do that, yeah.
But that's not what this is. This is someone who said, we will divorce when the kids are older.
Yep.
I have optimism for the future about finding a better woman than my wife. That
he wrote
shitty.
about optimism in his journal. That was in the journal.
Yeah, I understand, but that if that's what you're hopeful for the future, like, what are you doing right now? What are you doing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Mindset wise too, like that's the optimism, not like.
And if she has this much pain over over finding the journal, reading what he wrote, like there's still something there.
That's true.
More than friends, like that. She still
not
feels
indifferent
something.
yet.
Yeah, she doesn't. She cares a lot still. And I don't know. This just seems painful, like very painful on different levels. So
maybe he's indifferent now.
I saw someone that said also they journal when they've had a good day, and they used to journal every day, and that's great. I'm glad that that works for you. But I think if I'm gonna write something down, for me, it's like I'm writing down something that I can't work out on my own. Like I need to process it in a different way than.
Well, we should all journal every day. I think so. Was it Christmas?
But maybe I should journal every day. Yes.
So Tater got me 3 different journals. And they're each 4 different things. One of them actually takes you through a guided process. One of them is more of a you do it on a specific frequency thing, and then there's just a blank one that is random. And I use them in that way. So I have my random one. I have my shit hit the fan. Here's the guided process I need to go through, and then have like a normal kind of check-in one too. And it's the coolest damn thing. To have those very different purposed journals and approaches.
I'm glad you like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an ESH. Also, I really hope that he didn't write some of these things in the hopes that she would find it.
Yeah, if he wrote
because
it.
then
Everybody sucks.
You're disgracing journaling.
If you wrote it and left it out as I dare you, then yeah, that's some bullshit.
Just a thought. I don't know why, but that line that you have highlighted is what made me think of that.
I wrote about optimism I have for the future, about finding a better woman than my wife. Well,
I understand.
As I said, I also wrote very harshly. So it was teeing up the things that she read.
Yeah. But there's,
yeah,
I hope that that's not the case. Benefit of the doubt, but I do hope that's not the case. Okay.
Teoko, this is interesting. To be honest, I think we should normalize couples having separate bedrooms if they want to, because that way each person still has a place to get away and find a place to decorate and call their own. Yeah, I mean, to me, that being like a hobby room or some kind of other space to have as like your space seems like a good alternative to that. I wouldn't want to sleep in a different room. That's just me, right? And for some people, yeah, I'm sure that works, especially the heavy snorer couples, which Candy Thunder might kick me to a separate bedroom at some point here. It's either that or a CPAP. I don't know.
I'm trying. Please don't leave me.
Okay, let's dive into our next story here. We got a couple left. 10:53. We're doing good. We're going to get through all 8 of these stories, I think. Unless you're punting me to...
We only have 7 minutes left. Yeah, we'll just move this one to the offline.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
All right. So,
The petty revenge.
we're going to Petty Revenge. Petty Revenge, the butt edition. Petty Revenge. Olivia, your husband has a CPAP. It's tricky with a beard. I really don't. I would like to avoid that.
That's not what you need.
I don't need a CPAP. All right, here we go. Hey there, Dusty Thunder. Petty revenge time. I let my upstairs neighbor own... Words are hard.
I'm not good at this. I'm sorry.
There's our music. It had to happen at some point tonight. Let's try this again. I let my upstairs neighbor's own cigarette butts get him fined. See? Petty butts. I live on the second floor of one of those apartment buildings with stacked balconies, and this guy above me kept flicking cigarette butts kept flicking cigarette butts onto my balcony. At first I cleaned them up, then one left a burn mark on my outdoor rug, so I went upstairs and told him. The dude looked at me, shrugged, and said, "Maybe they blow over sometimes." Cool. That's how you want to play? That's how we're gonna play. After that, I stopped picking them up, just started dropping them into an old pasta sauce jar instead. Took a few photos, too, just in case he tried acting stupid later. Then the building sent out an email saying they were doing balcony inspections that Friday because of the fire hazard complaints. Perfect. So I left everything exactly where it was. Ash on the floor, burn mark on the rug, jar of nasty little filters on the table. When the property manager came by, I showed her the rug, the photos, and the beautiful butt-filled jar. She stared at it for a second, looked up at me, and just went, "Wow." Then she went upstairs. About 15 minutes later, I heard his balcony door slam hard enough to shake mine. Later that evening, I saw him outside with one of those metal ashtray cans clipped to his balcony railing. Turns out he did know where the cigarette butts were supposed to go. He just needed a fine to help him remember. My balcony stayed clean after that. I always wondered how this kind of thing would go on like a cruise ship. You know what I mean? But I guess that, like, you're moving on the ocean and there's more like wind and stuff in play. But still, like, balconies freak me out. Like,
he's just like flicking them off.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's just such an asshole.
If it's
behavior.
right above OP here, it seems like you'd have to be pretty intentional about flicking them straight down too, right?
Just to be a dick.
Yeah, that's like, if you're flicking it out, it's going to travel somewhere. If he's flicking them straight freaking down, just like, here, you deal with it.
But he's not putting them out.
No,
he's flicking them
could have
lit.
started a freaking
right?
fire.
He could have lit something on fire. Like, this is just black hole with you. Because you don't give a shit about starting fires anywhere. You don't give a shit about your neighbors. You don't give a shit about anything. Maybe they blow over. And then you get pissed and like slam the door because you got called out for your bullshit and you got a fine. Haha. I don't know. DFHB reject. Maybe not black hole. I don't know. Maybe somewhere deep down you're a good person.
Dude, it's Nicky. My husband would never. He's literally the kindest smoker ever. Keeps his butts in his pockets and stays away from his kids and other adults while smoking.
Smokey the Bear is coming for you, sir.
Oh.
Exactly, Kyrie's mom. Exactly.
Now, there's the social content we need. We need Smokey the Bear, like, kicking down doors or busting through walls like the Kool-Aid Man, but addressing these kind of situations.
Go to this guy's apartment dressed as Smokey the Bear.
Only you can prevent asshole fires. You know.
Straight to the black lung, Pop.
Yeah. California. California is like no flames.
Oh, wow.
At all. The entire state it's like a big tinderbox.
I would be so pissed if my balcony kept filling up with freaking cigarette butts. Like, so pissed.
Random ones, yeah.
Ugh, and they stink. They smell gross.
Sorry, Lieutenant Dan. She tasted like cigarettes.
My neighbor is spiteful and needs a new hobby. No, that's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of what thing could be like a nastier thing for like an upstairs balcony person to be dropping onto your balcony.
Do you think he spits too?
Probably. I don't know.
He's a spitter.
You mean spitter like chewing tobacco?
No, like just spits.
Just randomly spits. I was thinking like maybe fingernails coming down. That would be nasty too. But I feel like this is nastier. Urine, yeah, urine would be bad. Dropping deuces off the balcony, that would be bad, yeah. There are worse things, but I'm thinking about things that,
What,
might
Jalen?
actually.
Your husband falls asleep with cigarettes and burns things?
That's dangerous.
Yeah. Somebody, when I was in school, their house burned down from like falling asleep with a cigarette. So definitely stay safe because that's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my stomach just growled. Sorry.
Okay, yes. I also thought that J. Lee Thompson said it's so gross to pick up someone else's cigarette butts.
Yeah,
and she collected them in a jar.
And they're out. Maybe she had gloves or like tongs or something.
And every time you
collecting evidence, little,
the tweezers that no longer line up.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do the poop thought.
Oh my God.
Hanging it over the balcony.
Ugh.
Gloves. What's up, Shauna Griffin? It's your first live. We're just wrapping up, so I hope you're not just now jumping in because.
You can rewatch.
Yes,
because you're on the YouTube side.
There you go. Yeah, we just flew through 8 stories that were all fantastic, and it is 11 o'clock. That is it for us tonight, y'all.
Navy is still awake.
She was not feeling well, and we almost ended up moving the stream, but she was in good shape. Whenever we made the call to go ahead and keep it on tonight. I just saw the message back from April. You're gonna blast on back there? Yeah, I'm gonna fly home. Okay. So good night, everyone. I think the medicine sometimes wearing off.
No, I think sometimes it makes her a little
jazzed. Yeah.
And it's just the homeopathic stuff, but sometimes, and I gave her the nighttime one, but I think allergies are. Yeah, I just told Ava to put her in our bed, so she's chilling on the bed warmer. I wondered about that. Yeah, I wondered about her chilling out in our bed, and she's been pretty emotional today. So, all right, we're gonna go address that. Hope y'all have a fantastic week. Stay away from all the bullshittery, all of the assholes. If something does happen, be sure you write it in to us. Right? We'll see you Wednesday for the next public stream, and again, YouTube members. Gosh, I could Thunder Crew over there. Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central, YouTube members only live. Plus a super fun teaser video on Wednesday and an episode of Thunder and Spark that comes out on, we don't know yet. And the new Tuesday drop of the Tuesday offline compilation. Yep. Yes. Lots of good stuff happening this week. Yeah? Yes. All right, we'll see you soon. Good night, everyone. Good night. And have a good week.